Alright, welcome back to the Crabby Dice. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hadara, which is a civilization game, but it's kind of a different. You're going to be hiring these people to come into your civilization, and it's mostly a tracks on tracks game because all these guys will give you bonuses on certain tracks. Alright, so this is going to be the review and playthrough video. My review's coming up. Click on the link below for my setup and rules breakdown video. And like usual, before we start, please like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. That'll be great. Alright, let's go. Alright, quick review time here for Hadara. So, I'm going to spoil it off the top here. I just love this game. Probably one of my top 2 or 3 favorite card drafting games. It's really enjoyable to play. I'm going to be making a lot of comparisons to Seven Wonders during this review because it is really similar to that game. I mean, the main mechanism is pretty much identical. But, you know, it shares that with a lot of drafting games. So, you know, on your turn, you're either going to take a card, you're either going to add it to your tableau and gain the benefit, or you're going to discard the card for money. All right, a lot of games do that. Among the Stars, Seven Wonders, so on and so on. And this is sort of another variant of that one. Now, what makes this one unique compared to those other games, this one is purely a tracks on tracks game, which basically means every single card that you take in this game, pretty much 95% of them, are going to make you go up the tracks, and you're either going to be gaining money, culture, military, food, whatever, bonuses at the end of every round, and so on and so on and so on. So that's how the game works. All right. So let's just go through the regular talking points here. So let's talk about components and art and iconography and all that stuff. Pretty much great across the board. Can't really complain, especially for a retail game. This is not a Kickstarter or anything. Just a lot of cardboard chits, a lot of cards. Maybe a minor complaint would have been I wish these cards would have been regular sized deck of cards, but they are these mini cards, and most of the card art on the cards are unique, so you get a lot of variety as you're drafting. The cards in your tableau will look different every single time, which is good. My favorite component in the game are the player boards. These are super clean, really makes the game easy to play. You put your cards below here, you go up the tracks. They even have these punch outs here to put in your bonus tokens. Not really necessary, but it is what it is. All right, so fantastic work that they did on these player boards. All right, now what do I love about the game? So there's a lot of things to tackle here. First, I'm gonna, again, comparing it a lot to Seven Wonders. The setup time. I mean, if you're gonna compare the setup time to this game to Seven Wonders, and especially Among the Stars might have had the worst setup time to any game in existence. All right, this one, there's literally a 30-second setup time. You just need to take 2 cards per player, put them in the middle, give every player a player board, and you're off to the races. There's almost no setup time. Even Seven Wonders, you need to spend at least 10-15 minutes just going through the deck of cards, making sure you're getting the right cards, you know, handing everyone their things, so on and so on. So this one is really easy to get to the table. Second, game length, especially combined with the setup time. You can pretty much always play this in under an hour once you know what you're doing, no matter the player count. Whether you're 2, 3, 4, and doesn't really matter. It's really fast, really easy to play. Second, ease of play. I already mentioned it before. There's almost no rules in this game. So once you know that Seven Wonders style rule, that's pretty much all the rules in the game. All right, you just have to know what every single track does, and you're off to the races. It even has less rules than Seven Wonders. All right, because Seven Wonders, you sort of have to explain the technology and the resources and sharing the resources and then attacking. It's just really complex after a while. If you want to get somebody just into drafting, and it's although what I'm going to say, this is a bit on the bad side, it is low on the player interaction compared to Seven Wonders, because at least Seven Wonders, you know, for the cards, you're sort of fighting military with the people. You're going to see if other people are taking your science cards and all that stuff. In this one, it is more multiplayer solitaire. You just really care about what tracks you're going up. The only real interaction is you're sort of deciding which cards you want to remove from the game and which ones you want to discard, depending on what other people are doing. So maybe you'll look around the table, but if you're playing 4 players, whatever, you'll just focus in on your board and you won't really care what the other people are doing. All right, so it's a little bit of a negative compared to Seven Wonders there. Other things that I love, it is sort of a, I love the way that, I don't know how else to say it, but there's short-term and long-term goals that you're going for, right? So you sort of, at the beginning of the game, could make a strategy saying, like you'll see in my playthrough, I wanted to get a lot of money and a lot of military, right? So you'll decide that at the start of the game and you'll draft your cards accordingly, right? But you are always, you know, taking 2 cards and drafting from the discard depending on what's there, right? So there are some short-term decisions to be made coupled with your long-term goals that you want to accomplish in the long run. So that's all fantastic. All right, so there is some high decision space there to sort of tackle. All right, let's just tackle some of the negatives here. It's a drafting game. It's really not a thematic game. So even like Seven Wonders, I don't find Seven Wonders thematic at all. This one is probably less thematic than that one. You're just putting people in your tableau and they're giving you stats and so on and so on. So not the best theme. The purple cards, one thing I wish they would have done is actually add the text of what the power is. I mean, the iconography in this game is pretty darn good, but some of them, maybe a handful, are a little confusing. So I wish they would have just had the text on it. I know they probably wanted to create a language, universal language edition and so on without text, but I would have really wished that they would have added text. And that's about it. All right, so on 6, I'm going to give it a 5 on 6. Just a fantastic game. I definitely recommend trying it out. Oh, I just remembered the last negative I wanted to say. The game sort of needs an expansion, sort of like Seven Wonders. At a certain point, you know, you try the 2-3 different strategies in the game and you're always going to be doing the exact same thing. So, you know, it's probably keeping it from being one of my top like 25-50 games of all time, just because of the limited scope of strategy. After you've played this a dozen times, you've pretty much seen everything that the game has to offer, right? So still a great game. Really hope an expansion comes out soon, so I can implement it and try some different things. But there you go. There's my review of Hadara. My playthrough's coming up. Hope you enjoy it. Later. Alright, welcome to the Hadara playthrough. So I'm going to be doing a 2-player game. In this game, the player count doesn't actually change the function and what you're actually going to be doing. You're going to be doing a lot of drafting. This is sort of a Seven Wonders style game. So I'm just going to be playing 2 players. Alright, so this is going to be my player board area here. I'm going to be putting my cards on here, going on my tracks, trying to accomplish stuff, and scoring a ton of points. Alright, so like usual in my videos, if you've never played before, just follow along. I'll teach you the rules as I go. Alright, so before I start, there is a compensation rule. I'm going to give an extra $1 to the second player because I'll be going first a couple of times and he'll only go first one time. Alright, so as the starting player, I get to decide where I want to put my marker, and that'll dictate which cards I want to draft from first. And I think I'm going to go for yellow just because I like getting my income cards right away. Alright, so the way it works is every player now is going to take 2 cards from the draw stack where they're icon here, which is displayed on your board here. I'm going to be the monkey symbol. So I'm going to take 2 cards here, and my opponent is the flying bird thing here, so they're going to take 2 cards from here. Now what you have to do is you're going to look at your cards, all right, and one of these cards you're going to put into the discard pile, and the other one you have to decide, Seven Wonders style, if you want to discard it for money. All right, so for the first round here, it's going to be 2 coins, or if you want to build it in your tableau. Alright, now that I've been given these 2 cards, I think I'm going to definitely put this card into the discard. Now this card doesn't give you a lot of stats, but it does give you a lot of points, so I might want to keep that in mind. Alright, so that's going to go to discard, and now I'm going to decide what do I want to do with this card. Alright, I think I'm going to keep this card because I think my strategy this game is to go for yellow and red, and this is like the perfect card for my engine. Alright, so this is going to cost me 3, but you do get a discount if you have any other cards of this color in your tableau. Unfortunately, I don't have any other cards of this type. Alright, so it's going to cost me 3, and at the end of the game, this is going to be worth 1 point. Alright, so let me show you where this goes. So it's a yellow, so it's going to go in my yellow slot, and it's going to cost me 3 because it's my only yellow card. So 1, 2, 3. I do start with 8 because my initial setup card here says I start with $8. And let me just give you a summary of the setup card. It just tells you how much money you're going to start with and what your values of your 4 tracks are going to be when you start the game. And this is the sort of determining number of if you're going to be first player and what round you're going to be first player, right? So the lower value becomes first player. Obviously the number 1 is the lowest value. All right, so after paying and putting the card down, you raise your stats. All right, so I'm going to go up 2 on the yellow and 1 on the red. 1, 2, and 1. There you go. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to do a very quick turn here for my opponent. Oh, look at that. I think what he's going to do, because this one only costs 1, I think they're going to discard this, they're going to keep this one, and they're going to pay 1 coin. Alright, there you go. So that was the first round. Pretty simple. It was actually not even the first round. You basically have to draft 2 cards from every single stack, and that'll empty out all the draw pile when everyone's done. Alright, and then that'll be the end of phase A, and we're going to show you the rules as we go. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next stack. So I did yellow. So when everyone's done, they've all discarded their cards and decided what they want to do, you move on to the next one. So I'm going to take 2 from the blue. Sorry about that. And my opponent's going to take 2 from the purple. So it moves quite fast. Once everyone knows what they're doing, you're picking your cards and you're just moving along. Alright, so I'm going to look at these 2 cards. Alright, and what do I want to do? I think what I'm going to do is I want to discard a card for money. Alright, just because I'm probably going to want some of these cards coming up, and I only have $5 left and it's going to cost me quite a bit, right? And I don't think I'm going to do a blue strategy at all this game. I think I'm just going to toss every single time I get a blue card. I'm just going to get the money for it. Alright, so which one do I want to toss from the game? Either way, it'll give me $2. There's this one that's 7 points. This one's 2 points. This one's a lot of stats. You know what? I don't want my opponent to get this one. I think I'm going to toss this one from the game. Alright, I'll put this one in the discard. And I'm going to make 2 coins from the bank. 1, 2. I'm just going to look at my opponent's cards quick. Ooh. I think they're going to discard this one. This one is straight up victory points. You just pay 2 to get 6 points. I think they're going to discard this. And I think they're definitely going to build this in their tableau. It's really expensive though. It's going to cost $4. But that'll raise their yellow and their blue by 2. Alright, there you go. Now we're going to move on to the next colors. Alright, as you're going to see, these stacks are filled up so that when everyone's done the drawing of that, the stack's going to be empty because my opponent started here and you have 2 cards per player for every single stack. Okay, so now my opponent's going to take 2 from here. Alright, now I'm going to look at these. Ooh, green 3. I think I'm going to take that one. Alright, this one's pretty cheap. It only costs 2. Let me show you. Alright, and it's going to be 3 food. Now food is good in this game because it lets you hold more cards in your tableau. So your tableau is here, and the green basically means at the end of the round, once you've done drafting all your cards, the most cards you can have down here is up to your green. Alright, so you got to really keep that in mind. I could also keep this one. No, you know what? I'm going to keep this one. It's nice and cheap. So I'm going to discard this one. Alright, and I'm going to build this one. It only costs 2 gold. So I'm going to put this in my tableau. That's going to cost 2. Get rid of the 2 that I just got before. Alright, now it's my turn. Now my opponent. I think they're going to do like me. They're not going to care about red. So what they're going to do, they're going to discard this card. And they're going to remove this one from the game to make $2. Alright, we'll move on to the next cards. So I'm going to take these purples. He's going to take these yellows. Alright, so... oh boy. This one is, if I believe all my red cards have a +1. Every time I take a red card, it gives me +1 red, and I really want to do that strategy, although it costs 4 gold. Really expensive, and this one's not useful for me at all. I think I'm gonna discard this one, and I think I am gonna build this one, or put it in my tableau. So this is gonna be really expensive, but hopefully it'll I don't have any red cards yet, and I won't be able to afford a red card on my next turn. I'm gonna have to discard that card for money because I only have $5 left. Oh boy, tough decision. Unless I discard this and I go get a red card. No, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. I'm gonna get this card, and it's gonna cost me $4. Put it in my tableau. Alright, so I'm down to 1. Which isn't great, to be honest. What is my opponent gonna do? I think they're gonna discard this one, and they're going to... let's see, do they even want to build this one? It's for 2 money. Yeah, you know what? They will. So it's gonna cost them 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. All right, done. Let's move on to the next ones. I got red, and you got blue. And you see, after this, we know it's gonna be the end of phase A because there's no more cards left in the tableau. Alright, so I'm going to look at these. I have no choice but to discard them. Ooh, this one's only 1, and I can actually build it. Wow, that's lucky for me. So I'm going to discard this. I'm going to keep this card. Alright, I'm going to build it. Or put it down. Alright, so this is going to cost $1. And that's my only dollar. So I'm going to get rid of this. Alright, and that's going to raise my... sorry, I forgot to raise my green by 3 when I got this card. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. And this one's gonna raise my red by 2. 1, 2. Alright. Yeah, that's good. I do get an extra red, I believe, because every card is a +1. So I'm gonna give myself another red. All right, and now my opponent is looking at these cards. I think they're just gonna pay the $1 for this dude, because that guy's pretty good for $1. All right, so they're gonna discard this one. They're gonna spend $1. They're gonna keep this guy. And they're gonna raise their stats. All right, so there's the end of phase A. So after phase A, which is drawing and doing the draft, you're gonna go to a maintenance phase. Now the maintenance phase is pretty simple. You're gonna do the first 3 steps up here. All right, the first thing is everyone's gonna gain their income. So my income is 5, so I'm gonna get a 5 coin. All right, after income, you're gonna go to military. And now for military, what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at your military strength, and then you're gonna go to the colonies here on the right. All right, now, if you have the requirement to get the next leveled up colony, then you can take it. All right, so I don't have any right now, so you have to start with the 3 and then work your way up. All right, and you can only have 1 of each type. That's why they match the number of players. Actually, there should only be 2 in the stack. I was setting up for a 3-player game, but so I'm gonna take this colony because I have at least 3. All right, you're gonna see the colony here. So as long as I have 3 military strength, then I can take this colony. And once you take a level 3, like I said, you have to move on to the next one. And the next one is 9, so I might want to try to get to 9 before the end of next round. All right, so now when you take a colony, you have a couple of options. You can either take this colony face up and leave it on the side of your board, and you're gonna make $3. All right, if I'm low in cash, maybe that's something I want to do. Or you can pay $1 and you can flip this around and get bumps on the track and maybe some extra bonus points. Because I'm gonna try to get a lot of money and a lot of red in this game, I think I'm gonna pay the extra $1 and flip it over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 4 coins back. All right, I'm gonna flip it over and let's see what happens. All right, so you flip it over, so it's gonna give me a bump on the yellow and a bump on the green, and it's still gonna give me 2 points. All right, some of them do give you extra points. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the side of my board. So like it said, a bump on my yellow and a bump on my green. All right, boom. Now my opponent only has a military strength of 2, so they won't be able to get theirs just yet. All right, and after that, you're gonna go to the culture track, and that's where you can build some statues. And here you see the requirements is 6, then 12, then 20, then 30. I'm at 1, so I'm not gonna do it, and my opponent's at 5. They're probably gonna end up doing it next round, so he's not gonna do it either. All right, and that's it for the first maintenance phase. All right, there's sort of 2. So you have phase A, where you're drafting from the middle. The first maintenance phase, which you're going to do only the first 3 steps. And then you're going to go to phase B. Now phase B is another drafting phase, except now you're drafting any card from the top of a discard pile, which is pretty cool. All right, starting with the first player. So which card do I want to draft? You know what? I really want to raise up my military this game, I think. I'm just going to go really crazy on the red. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft this card. All right, like I said before, you do get a discount for every card you have of the same value in your tableau. All right, so this is going to cost 3 minus 1. So it's only going to cost me 2. All right, because you're going to see here, boom. So it's 3 minus 1 card that I already had. So it's only going to cost me 2. I'm going to take 2 coins and put it in the supply. Now, this is going to give me, remember, 3 plus 1. So this is always in effect. So every time I get a red card, and for each red card that I previously had, I get a +1. So this is actually going to give me 4. So I'm at 6. It's going to go up to 10. All right, when you pass 10, you're going to get a +10 marker, but we'll get to that in a little bit. All right, now what does my opponent want to do? I think he wants to go up the blue, but he likes that purple card as well because it also lets him go up the green. Let's see. He's got a couple of options. This is none of these cards are actually really bad for him. So I think he's going to try to go for the purple here. So he's going to take the purple, and this one's going to cost 3 minus 1 because he already has a purple card, so it's going to cost him 2. 1, 2. Now that card's going to give him a bump in the blue and 2 in the green. So he's already at 9 green, which is more than enough for the first round. All right, then it jumps back to me. So for this one, you don't do it simultaneously. So for phase A, everyone's doing it simultaneously, and then so on and so on. For phase B, you're all drafting one at a time because you are taking from the top of the discard pile. All right, now looking at this tableau, what should I do? I have a couple of options. I can take this card for free, and it's going to give me 4 bumps in red. All right, or this one is only going to cost me 1 and it's straight up points. And you know what? This card will definitely be taken by my opponent if I don't take it. Oops, sorry about that. Because it's going to be free for him for 6 points, and 6 points is quite a bit. And I don't want to leave him this card. So I think I'm going to take this card and I'm going to build it, I think. Because 6 points is 6 points. Alright, so this is going to cost me only 1 because 2 minus 1. So I'm going to pay 1. And I'm added to my tableau. Now, because this one doesn't actually give me any stats whatsoever, I'm just gonna hide it underneath here, just so we don't get confused. All right, there you go. All right, so now it's my opponent's turn. Now he really wanted to take that card. It would have worked with his engine. So now what else is he gonna do? I think he likes the idea of getting this one because actually he doesn't need green at all. But this one's giving him green, this one's giving him green. He could go for the red, and that's not bad because he'll be able to get a colony next turn, or this turn. And you know what, that's what he's gonna do. He's only gonna have to pay 2 because he doesn't have any red cards, but you know what, now he's gonna have 1 of every type of card, so he's gonna pay 2 for this card. And he sort of snatches it from me because I definitely would have taken this, would have been free for me. Alright, so he's gonna go up 3 on his track, and then it jumps to me. Let's see, I only have 1 coin left. Now, I technically could take this card because with 1 coin I do get a 1 coin discount, so I would be able to take this. And you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. I might as well do it. I'm gonna take this card. It's gonna cost me only 1 coin. It's gonna be my last coin. So it's gonna be a bump on the yellow and a bump on the red. Alright, now, whenever you cross the 10, just go get a +10 marker, put it there, and just go up. So I'm at 11, 10 plus 1. Alright, so that was my turn. I'm broke, so my next card I'm gonna have to discard it for 2 coins no matter what. Now it goes to my opponent. Let's see, they only have 2 coins left. You're not allowed looking at the bottom of the stacks to see what's there, so they're debating what they want to do. They do have the 6 already to get the statue built, so they don't really need the blue. Their income is really bad, so I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna take an income card, I think, anyway. So they're gonna take this green card here. Alright, and this one's gonna cost them $2, so all their money. It's gonna raise their income by 1, and then their food by 2. So they're already at 11 food. That's a lot. They're probably gonna not take up any green cards for a while. Alright, then it's back to me, and I have to just discard a card because I have no money. I can't put any of these guys down. Actually, this would cost me only 1. Okay, because this one would cost me only 1, I think I'm gonna discard this card here. And that'll give me $2. Now my opponent's broke as well. They probably know that and they don't want me to get this card, so they're gonna discard this one to get $2. Then it's back to me. Do I want this one or this one? You know what? This one's 5 points. Might as well build it. So this one's gonna cost me 2. So I'm gonna be broke again. It's 5 points. 5 points is pretty good. So I'm gonna put this down here and I'm gonna get 2 food. 1, 2. Alright. Then my opponent is gonna build this one, so that's gonna cost them 2. And this is straight up 7 points, which is fantastic. Alright, and that'll raise their blue by 1. Alright, so there you go. That's the end of phase B. Alright, at the end of phase B, you have one last maintenance phase, and then you're gonna go to the next round. Alright, so maintenance phase works exactly the same way. First thing you're gonna do is get income, so I'm gonna get 7. Next, you're gonna always check your military. So now I have 11. Guess what? I can go to the next one. Alright, so, oops. I wasn't supposed to see the back of that, but I was gonna flip it over anyway. So I'm gonna pay $1 to flip this over. Pay $1, flip it over. What do I get? I get 2 red and a blue. Not bad. Oops. So you can see now that I have a 3, I have a 9, I have to move on to the next one. So that would give me 2 blue and a, 2 red and a blue. Alright, and then in culture I didn't reach the 6, so I don't reach it. Now my opponent did reach the military, so they're at 5. So they're gonna take this one. They're gonna pay a coin. Actually, let me give them their money first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're gonna pay $1 to flip this over, and they're gonna gain a blue and a red. Right. Alright, so my opponent's done his turn. So now the last thing you have to really check is the food. So in the second maintenance phase, you're going to go through all of them, not just the first 3. So I did my food, I did my military, I did my culture, I checked my food. So for food, I have 2, 4, 6, 8 cards. I have 10 food, so I'm good. Alright, if you're ever below food than your cards, then you have to discard cards. You don't really ever want to do that. And then the last 2 things you're going to do is see if you want to buy some medals. Alright, before going on to the next round. Now, for that, you're going to look at your player aid here, and the cost of medals depends on the round. Alright, now, it is the first round, and I only have $6, so I can either buy 1 gold medal or a silver medal. I think I'm going to buy my silver medal because I'm going to go heavy on the red this game. Alright, so I think I'm going to pay $4 to get a silver medal. So I'm going to pay $4. And a silver medal, the way it works is these are the silver ones, these are the gold ones. So the gold ones, you just fill up the gold spots, and these are just set collections. So if you fill up for every set that you completed, you'll get 7 points, so on and so on. But for silver medals, you'll basically get half the amount of points of the track of the color that you're putting in there. Alright, so definitely I'm going to pick red because I'm going to go heavy on the red. Put this in here, and hopefully I can get to 30 red. That'll be 15 points by putting that there. Alright, so my opponent's not going to buy a medal. They don't have enough money for anything, so they're just going to pass. Alright, so there you go. That's the end of the round. The last thing you need to do to set up for the following round is just fill up the stacks in the middle according to the card. So you have 2 times the number of players. So it's going to be 4 cards in every single track. Remove the rest from the game. And then you can go on to the next round, moving the next first player marker to the next player with the next lowest number. Because it's 2 players, it'll just jump to the next guy. Alright, so start of round 2. The second player is going to be first player, so they've decided to go to the red first because they want to discard their card right away to make money so that they can buy an income card for sure in the next one because their income's quite low. Alright, that leads me to the green area over here, and I'm pretty much going to do the exact same thing because I think I'm okay for green for now. Alright, so like usual, we're going to grab our 2 cards, alright, and it just plays exactly the same as the first round. So my opponent's going to grab 2 from the red, I'm going to take 2 from the green. Alright, I'm going to decide if I want to keep one of these cards. Obviously, I'm going to discard one of them because I really need the money. Which one do I want to discard? Oh boy, I think I'm going to discard this one. That's a lot of points. Alright, so I'm going to discard this from the game. Alright, that's going to give me 3 coins because now in era 2, it is 3 coins. And the other one is going to go to discard. Sorry, you have to put one in the discard and toss the other one from the game. So that's going to give me 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. Now my opponent, they're going to discard one for sure. I think they're going to discard the one with the highest value, obviously. So they're going to remove from the game. They're going to discard this one. Got to use the right terminology, right? So he's discarding this one and removing this one from the game for the 3 coins. So 1, 2, 3. And there you go. Let's move on to the next color. So I was here. Now I'm going to go to purple. So I'm going to take 2 from purple. My opponent's going to take 2 from yellow. All right. So I got to choose from, let me do my opponent's turn first. Wow, these are getting really expensive. So these are gonna cost 6. They have 1 yellow card, so they're gonna get a discount of 1. All right, and I think, you know what, for the extra 2 victory points, is it worth it? They can move up their military because this is 3, 3, and 1. I think the extra 2 points might be worth it for them because they don't really care about red. They don't care if I get this card. I'm probably going to definitely get this card later on, but they're going to discard this one and place this one in their tableau. This one's going to cost them 5. Really expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're pretty much broke again. So they're going to have to discard their next card, unfortunately. So for me, purple. So I got to keep that in mind too. If I buy one of these 2 cards, I won't be able to buy the red card that's coming up. All right, so oh man, but this one does give me red. Oh man. So either of these cards I would get a discount of 2. So this would be 3 and this would be 5. This one gives me green, which I do not want at all. So I'm definitely going to discard this one. Alright. And for this one, I mean, because of my purple ability, I do get a +1 red if I get an actual red card. So, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm actually going to discard this card. Maybe I'll get it later. And I'm going to remove this card from the game to make another $3. Right? So I'm going to have a lot of money. Maybe I'll buy my next 2 cards. Alright. There you go. We're done. Let's move on to the next one. I think you're supposed to rotate this wheel as you go. So, there you go. I keep forgetting to do it. Alright, so my opponent's going to do 2 blue. I'm going to do 2 red. Alright. Oh wow, these are 2 cards that I do not want. Alright, they're not bad though. This one's 2 points, this one's 2 points, this is 6 and 6. So I'm just going to look straight up at stats. I think I'm going to want more red than more blue. So I'm going to discard this one. And I'm definitely going to put this in my tableau. This one's going to cost me 4 coins. Alright, because I do get a discount of 2 because I have 2 red cards. That's going to be 4. And that's going to give me 4 bumps on red, remember, because of my power. Where was that? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm supposed to be at 13? 14, 15. Sorry, 15. See, what's great about this game is if you don't know where you are, just recalculate from your board. Alright, there you go. Pretty simple. And I'm supposed to get 1 blue. Maybe I will try to get a couple of more blues here so I can put a statue thing in here to raise my income maybe. Which wouldn't be so bad. Alright, so there you go. That was my turn. Let's go use my opponents. Oh man. Well, they can't afford either of these because they cost 6. They would get a discount of 2, but they only have 2 coins, so they're going to have to discard. I think they're going to keep the one with the points in the game, and they're going to discard the other one for 3 coins. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So he's going to get the 2 greens. I'm going to get the 2 yellows. Boom. Whoo, baby. So these would cost me 4 coins and I have exactly 4 coins left. Which one should I get? Obviously this one. Although it's not so obvious, I would get an extra points. But I think I'm going to definitely go for the red, right? So I'm going to discard this one. I'm going to build this one in my tableau. So that's going to cost me 4. It's going to cost me all my coins. So I'm broke. That's going to give me 2 yellow and a red. 1, 2, 1. Alright, and that's it. My opponent, let's see, he's going to discard these. He has enough green. He's at 11. He's fine. So, although the income would be nice. So he's going to keep this one in the game. I think he's going to discard this one for coins. So he's going to take 3 coins. Alright, and there you go. Now I'm going to take these, and my opponent's going to take these. Alright, so I'm going to discard one no matter what. Might as well discard the one with the 3. No, I'll discard the one with the 2. Get rid of this from the game to make 3 coins. And my opponent, who is full of cash, is definitely going to build one of these. Or buy one of these. And, oh man. They could, let's see. To get to the next statue, they need to get to 12. And they're at 8. So this would actually make them get to 11. So there's no point in taking this right now. Because it won't benefit them right away to get a statue. So they're gonna discard this one and probably build it the first chance they or first opportunity that they have, and they're gonna definitely build this one to raise their income. So this one's gonna cost them 4 coins. That's gonna raise their yellow by 3. And they're at 13 income, which is really good. Yeah, there you go. That's the end of phase A. We're gonna go to our first maintenance. So I'm gonna get 9 coins. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. Now military. So I'm at 16, and the next one, let's see, it's 9, and then it goes to 15. Hey, guess what? I reached it. So I'm gonna take the top one. Alright, and I get to decide what I want to do with it. I think I'm just going to keep flipping them over because I want to gain the bumps, and hopefully there's some reds on the back of these. So it's going to cost me 2. So 1, 2. Alright, and I'm going to flip it over, and oh, it's Although it is 13 points, so it's a big chunk of points, which is great. And it gives me a yellow and a red. Alright. Next is culture. Unfortunately, I'm still at 3, so I need to get to 6 to get it, so I'm not there yet. And then that's it. So you check only the top 3. So I'm going to do that for the other player, and I'll be back for the start of phase B. Alright, so start of phase B. So the second player is going to go first, and they get to decide which card they want. To be honest, they don't really like the display that's out there right now. Nothing is really appealing to them. They're gonna probably want a couple of blues maybe to try to get to that culture so they can get some the next statue built. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna go for the, let's see, this is 4 points, this is 6 points. But this is an extra blue. Is it worth it for them? You know what? They're just gonna keep going up the blue cards. So they're gonna spend $4 for this. And they're gonna keep this card in their tableau. Alright. Next is gonna be me. Man. So how much coins do I have? I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I do want to keep some coins to maybe get my other medal, or maybe get my gold medals, but this is going to cost me 12. It's going to be really expensive. So I do need food as well, because as you can see, we're going to calculate food at the end of this phase, phase, and I already have 10 cards in my tableau, and I have 10 food right here. There are 2 green cards though, so I can sort of get something else and then get a green card later. Let's see, maybe because I don't want my opponent to get this card, because it'll help them out a lot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard it from the game and get 3 coins, just to get prepped for buying 2 cards in a row. So I'm going to get rid of that and make 3 coins. Alright, now it's going to be my opponent's turn, and they're at 13 coins. And because they really want to build the next statue at the end of this phase, they're going to definitely build this one. So they're going to, or purchase it. So they're going to take this one, and this one's going to cost them only 3, because they already have 3 purple cards. So you're going to take that one. So 1, 2, 3. They're going to raise their blue by 3. So I'll give them another plus 10. Alright, so there you go. That's their turn. Back to me. Now, which one do I want? Let's see. That one's not bad. Just keep adding to my red cards. It's going to give me 3 military strength. Not bad. So that's what I'm definitely going to do. Or wait, this one gives me 2 income. I'm only at 10. But there are 2 cards there. But I'm going to need food as well. So I'm going to need 3 cards this round. Am I going to have enough money? Probably not. I don't even have enough green. You know what? Let me go for the green card first, and I'll see what happens after. Although this is... oh man, this is terrible. It only gives me 2. Hopefully the card underneath will give me more. So what I'm going to do actually is... you know what? I'm going to take a chance. I'm actually going to discard... because I don't care about the blue, right? So I'm actually going to discard this card and get the 3 coins. Alright, in hopes that my opponent won't discard the next card because I wanted the red card. Alright, but my opponent's going to play smart because I played kind of dumb. They're going to definitely take this card and toss it from the game to make 3 coins. And I'm going to sort of kick myself because I should have got that red card. Kind of played stupid, but life goes on. So I think I'm going to buy this card here. Yeah, I'm going to buy this card. So it's going to cost me 3 minus 6. So this is only going to cost me 3. So 1, 2, 3. And that's going to bump me up by 2. So it's going to go to 12. There you go. Now my opponent really needs a green card. They have the money, so they're going to get this one. So this is only going to cost them 4. Alright, then it's my turn. I'm definitely going to get this card. So that's going to cost me 4 as well. That's going to be 1 on the yellow, and 4 on the green. That kind of saved me quite a bit. So it's going to go to 14. That was a lifesaver card. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here. that's not actually not that bad. And then that was my turn. Now it's gonna be my opponent's turn. Let's see, how much money does he have? I think he's gonna want to buy a medal. So although this is 6 points and 3 red, oh man, maybe I should have bought that. That would actually make quite more sense. No, I really needed the food. I think, although instead of getting the yellow, I should have got this one. So mistakes were made, so it doesn't really matter. So my opponent definitely does not want me to get this, and they need the money to get a medal. So they're gonna discard this card for 3 coins. 2, 3. And I think I'm going, even though I would love to get that card, let's see, can I have even, let's see, 14. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can actually take that card without discarding anything. And it would only cost me 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 6. It would cost me only 2 coins, but that'll leave me with 5, 6, 7 coins. And let's see, a medal will cost me 9 coins, so I wouldn't have enough for a medal. If I discarded, I would have 12 coins and I would have exactly enough for a gold medal, but gold medals are useless for me. I don't think I'm gonna get any gold medals this game because they score for your sets, and I'm not gonna have any blue cards because it's gonna cost me a fortune. So I do not want gold medals. I do want to slot in another silver medal though. Maybe I'll slot in another red, so I score 1 to my red, which would be amazing. So that would be like 17 points here, and every time I raise my red, it's just giving me more and more points. I could also put in a yellow, so I get sort of raise both of these, and I'll score half for each. You know what? I'm gonna take the card because it's gonna raise my income for the next maintenance phase, which is coming up. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. Let's do it. I'm not gonna buy metal. Maybe I'll buy metal on the last round. All right, so I'm gonna buy this. This is gonna be 4 minus 6 minus 4, so it's only gonna cost me 2 coins. So get rid of 2 coins, and it's gonna bump me yellow by 3 and red by 1. All right, so I'm at 18. And it's gonna need 21. So unfortunately I'm not there yet, but next round I'll get there. All right, so there you go. All the cards are gone. That's the end of phase B. All right, so let's go to the next maintenance phase. I'll do it for me, and then my opponent, I'll do it off screen. But I'm gonna make coins, so I'm gonna make 16 coins. Wow. Take a 10, take a 5, and take a 1. Actually, I will have enough for a medal. I did forget that you do get the income before getting the medal. So maybe I will get it. It probably is going to be a good idea, so I don't have to worry about it on the last round. Alright, so that's my income. Now military, we already know I don't have enough. I need 21, so I'm only 3 behind, so that's okay. Next, culture, not even close. I need to get to 6, that's not enough. And then food, so I already calculated before, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm at 14, so I'm good. Now, to buy medals, look at your play rate. So it's going to cost me 9 to put another silver medal, so I'm definitely going to pay 9. So yeah, I'll put in a 10, take back a 1. All right, now which one do I want to slot in here? Let's see, if I'm raising these two the same, then I would have some flexibility with my statues later on if I do get a statue. But you know what, let me just slot in my red. I think I'm just gonna go crazy on the red. There you go. So I'm gonna try to raise my red in the last round as much as I can. There you go, that was my turn, and I'm gonna do for my opponent, clean up, be back for round 3. All right, start of round 3. I'm gonna be first player. I get to decide where the marker will go, and I just recalculated all my stuff, and I just realized that I am at 20 military. So I need 10 more military at the end of this round to try to get to the at least last step here. You can go past it, but I want to get at least the last one. So where do I want to start? I think I will start with the military so that I can see what that card is and sort of decide from there what I want to do. So I'm going to definitely take 2 cards from here. My opponent's going to take 2 from the blue, which is exactly what he wants as well. So we're probably both going to buy the card that we want. Right, so I'm looking here. Ooh, 5 and 5, but these cost 9. I hope you're saving up those discounts. All right, so what do I want? I don't really care about the blue, although if I can get to 6, I can build at least 1 statue. And 1 statue will be at least 4 points. I can make it 6 points if I put a point marker in there. Oh man. or do I care about it? You know what, if I do get it to 6, it'll be more than the 2-point difference from these cards. So I think I will take the one with the blue on it. So I'm gonna discard this one. I'll probably end up having a chance to buy this one anyway. So I'm gonna buy this one. This is gonna be 9. All right, but it's gonna be -3, so it's gonna cost me 6 coins. Yeah, but that's gonna raise my blue by 1, but it's gonna raise my red by 6. Get another +1. Boom. So I just need 4 more. One more red card and I'll be able to get at least a 30 colony. Oh, my opponent would have taken the blue ones. Sorry about that. Let me look through his cards. So I think he's gonna go for the 5 because that'll probably be better for him. Like me, he'll probably have a chance to get this later on. So he's gonna end up paying 6 as well for this. I got him to 21 culture. Alright, and there you go. We're done. Rotate. Alright, so now he's gonna get 2 green. I'm gonna get 2 yellow. Let's see what I get. 4 and a 1. Military again. That's just great for me. I'm just gonna never say no. Oh, although this one's 8 points. 8 points is pretty good. Do I need the extra point and the extra bump? I think I might have to go for the 8-pointer, because if I don't, then I think my opponent's probably gonna get it when it's in the discard pile. Let's see where my yellow is at right now. It's at 16. Whether I get 4 or 3, I'm gonna be at around 20. I don't think the extra 1 makes a difference. I think I'm gonna definitely go for the extra points. All right, so I'm gonna toss this into the discard. I might be able to get it later, but I'm gonna have to pay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 9. This only cost me 4, which is great. Cost me 4, toss a 5, take back a 1, and that's gonna give me 3. All right, there you go. And my opponent's gonna grab these, and they're going to, let's see, they really need green though, although they really want to see what the purple's gonna give them. You know what, they're gonna discard this and hopefully to get it later, and they're gonna remove this one from the game to get money because they're interested to see what these purple cards are. Alright, so he's gonna get rid of this for 4 coins. Let's give a 5, get back a 1. Alright, rotate. So I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of it no matter what from the game. So I'm gonna discard, let's discard this and remove this from the game for 4 coins. So I'll take a 5, go back a 1. And my opponent is going to want to see what these purple cards are. Alright, so these are, if you have a statue, you can build it for 3 less, or your military for 4 less. Which one does he want? Alright, I think he's made a decision. I think he's definitely going to build this one, because this one could really help to build his last statue, because it requires 30 culture, and I don't think he's going to come close to it. Well, he's really close. He's at 21 right now, so this will reduce it down to 26. I don't think he would be able to reach 30, so he's gonna build this, he's gonna discard this. This is a really good card too, and it gives you 8 points. So maybe we're gonna be fighting for this card later. He's gonna put this in this tableau. That's gonna cost him 4, 5 coins. All right. Now we're done. Let's rotate this wheel. I'll do his turn first. We already know what he's gonna do. He's gonna discard one of these 2 for sure. I think he's gonna get rid of this one to make 4 coins. Right, and I'm gonna take these 2 greens. Now how many coins do I have? 5, 6, 7, 8 coins. I'm gonna get a discount of 3. So either of these will cost me 6, but it'll be all my money. Although if I take this one, I'll get back 2 coins, because we are gonna do a maintenance phase where I'm gonna get coins back. Although I'm in no rush to get food, because we only check food at the end of phase 2, but if I don't, there's only going to be an opportunity to get one of these. I think I'm going to have to build it, because there's only going to be an opportunity for me to get one of the discarded ones, because then my opponent can grab the other one, so I might not have enough food to feed my guys. So I'm definitely going to discard this one. I'll keep this one. This is going to cost me 6. All right, that's gonna be 4 food and 2 money. 1, 2. It's gonna be another +1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, I can take 2 more cards without having to worry about that. There you go. Did my opponent have to take cards? My opponent did it already. All right, so let's move on to the next one. All right, 2 more stacks and we're done. Or last stack, actually. This is going to be for me. This is going to be for my opponent. I have no choice. I'm going to have to discard, remove one of these from the game because I have no more money. Which one do I want to discard? This one's 12 points and my opponent has a ton of purple cards. I really don't want him to get this one. I'm going to remove it from the game. Let's discard this one. So that's going to be 4 coins for me. So I'll put like 5. Do that. And my opponent, who has tons of cash, you know what, they're going to definitely put one of these in. Let's see, military. They're already going to have 9 to hit the next one. They won't have enough for 15. So I think they're just going to get the one with points. It'll probably be better for them. So they're going to discard this one. And they're going to definitely put this one in their tableau. And this one's going to cost them, actually, it's going to cost them 7. Quite a bit. They don't have that many yellow cards. Right, so let's get rid of 7. I'm going to put this in their tableau. They'll raise their thing by 5. Alright, so that's pretty good. Alright, so there you go. That's the end of phase A. Let's go do the maintenance phase. Alright, so maintenance phase, let's start. I get 21 coins. 10, 21, 21 coins. Let's look at our military. I'm at 26. Alright, I definitely have enough for this one. This only needs a 21. Like usual, I'm going to pay the 2 coins to flip it over. 2 coins. Let's see what I get. Oh, though it's a ton of points. So you either get a lot of stats or a lot of points, and I got sort of unlucky. I got the +5 points one, but I do get a red and a blue. Red and a blue. Keep adding this to my tableau over here. All right. And then culture, I'm at 5. I need 1 more culture. If I can get a +1 culture anywhere on the board, I'll be able to build a statue. Will probably be 6 points for me at the end of the game. Might not need the +2 bumps near the end of the game. All right, so there you go. I'm finished with the maintenance phase. I'm going to do that for my opponent, and I'll come back for the start of phase B. All right, so the last phase B, starting with me. I'm the first player, so which card do I want to buy? All right, so let's look at my tableau here. I think I'm going to need at least 4 red to get to at least 30, and that'll give me 30 points as well for that. So I think, although this is 4 exactly, and it'll give me my +2 for the culture. So this is actually a perfect card for me. So this is going to cost me 9. Minus, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to cost me 5 coins. So let's pay the 5 coins. I'm going to take this card and slot it in. So that'll give me 5 red and 2 blue. That's another +1. +10, sorry. There you go. So I'm at 32, which is really good. So now, you know, you can just keep going, just keep getting points, because right, I'm getting a point per red as I go. So there you go. That was my grab. Now what does my opponent want to do? See, my opponent needs some blue. They need, but although there's 2 blue cards here, and they can try to get 2 blue cards. They can also try to get the money to try to get some medals later on. Let's see, they can use actually this to go get the next one. That's 8 points. Nothing. It's not that bad. They know what the second card here is, so they definitely want the second card in the year. So they never want to take this purple card. Alright, so I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna go straight for the blue card here. This is gonna cost them only 5. You're gonna take it. It's gonna raise their stat by 3. All right. Next, gonna be me. Let's see, what do I want to do? I could sort of get this card to get 5 points, right? Because this will only give me points. But I can probably get points a different way. Actually, this would be 5 points plus 4. This is like 9 points because the actual, you know, the bumps on the track won't give me anything because I'm going to be already at the top most. Let's see. What are my other options? I could force my opponent to get the next card and just take this first card on top, right? Because this is going to give me 4 food, but although it's not a lot of points, I really want to maximize my points here. So I have here, which is 9. Here it's 4, 6. Is there any way for me to get to 12? If I can get to 12 culture, then this wouldn't be bad, because then I would be able to build my second statue. Alright, but I don't think, if I get this, then I'm going to be at 11. I'm missing 1 culture, unless this one's giving me a +1 blue by chance, pure chance. Then it's not going to be a good card for me. So, but it is 6 points, but this is 9 points. I do need to get one of these cards. I'm probably going to be stuck taking this card. How much food do I have? Let's see. So I have 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17. Oh, but I'm going to need one of those food cards for sure. Or else I'm going to have to discard. Unless I go exactly, take only one more card till the end of the game. And so I don't have to take that green card. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to try to not take any green cards. I'll take only 1 card till the end of the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this from the game, make 4 coins. Don't have any change. And then my opponent's going to go. Let's see how much cash they have. They have $18. They're definitely going to need a green, right? Without, no chance without it. So, although if they get this, they can actually reach 15. Though it's going to cost them 8. You know what? They're going to do it because it is 8 points. Alright, so they're going to grab this. It's going to cost them 8. It's a lot of money. And that'll raise their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So they're at 11, but they have that card that they get a discount of 4 on their colony, so they'll be able to get that one. And back to me. And you know what, I'm just gonna keep discarding cards. I'm gonna have to discard that one eventually, but you know what, I'll discard this one and that'll give me 4 coins. Right, my opponent's gonna go. I think they're gonna discard this one to get 4 coins. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna have to buy a card eventually. This is just 2 points. I don't need the food. I should have taken that card. Mistakes were made. Alright, so I'll take this card. I'll get crazy discounts. This costs 9. And I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discounts. So this only cost me 4 points. Not bad. So 3, 1, 2, 3. It gives me 4 bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 on the red. Alright, another rule that I forgot was that, I mean, if I have to discard cards, I'll just discard one of these crappier ones, and it won't be such a big deal. Like this 1/1 here, which wouldn't be the end of the world. Right? You don't have to discard a card from the 3rd era. Anyway, my opponent's gonna go. Let's see, they want the card that's underneath this one. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna discard this one, and then I'll be forced to deal with this one. So they're gonna discard this. To get 4 coins. Alright, then I'm gonna discard this because I don't really care about this card. I don't need these stats, so it'll be 4 coins. And then they're definitely gonna buy this one. They're gonna get a discount of 4, so they're gonna pay only 5 for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Right, there you go. We're done pretty much the game. We're going to go through the end phase stuff, decide the medals, then we're going to go to end game scoring. All right, so let me do it for me, and then I'll do it for my opponent. So like usual, you're going to do all the steps on the second maintenance phase. So I'm going to make $25. All right, 25. So I'm very, very, very rich. I don't know what I'm going to do with my money though. I should have bought more cards. Whatever. It's okay. Then my military is at 33. Alright, so I'm definitely going to take this one. It is 16 points, which is awesome. I'm going to pay 4 coins to flip this over. And it gives me... I should have bought that blue card. Maybe I would have made it. So actually, this is 24. Actually, I just made 8 points on this. Pretty good. So this is going to cost me 4 coins, though. Put it here. Raise my blue by 3. 1, 2, 3. You see, I was only 2 away from here, so I should have bought that blue card. Yeah, whatever. So if I lose by a couple of points, then I know where I went wrong. All right, now I get to put a slot of thing in here because my culture is past 6. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put a blue. It'll give me 2 bumps on blue, and then I'll activate this one because then I'll be at 12. So I'll get, yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. It'll bump me up 2. 1, 2. So I didn't get burned in the end. So now this, because it's 12, I have 12. Now I'm gonna activate this one. So now this one I can either get points for this or 3 bumps. 3 bumps will be kind of useless now, so I'm just gonna get points. So I'm gonna take one of these, flip it over to the other side, and that's gonna be points. So that's gonna be 8 plus 3 points at the end of the game. And then I gotta check for food. 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm perfect on my food. All right, now I gotta decide if I want to buy any medals. Pretty useless for me to buy any of these gold medals because I don't have any blue cards, so I wouldn't get any points off it, so I won't. I just ended up with a ton of cash at the end of the game. And there you go. I'm pretty much done. I'm going to go to endgame scoring, but before I do, I'm going to do that for my opponent, and then I'll come back. Alright, let's go to endgame scoring. I'll show you how to score. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is check your colonies. Right, all your colonies are going to score what's on your colonies. Next, you're going to score your statues. So you're going to score what statues you built, and if you have a point scoring chit, you're going to score points indicated here. So in total, this is 11 and not just 8. Alright, after that, you're going to score your medals. Alright, so your medals are, you get half points for how far that bonus marker went. So I had 33, so this is half of 33 and half of 33, so basically 33 points in total. Next, you're going to calculate all the points on your cards. Right? Most of the cards have a point value in the bottom right. You're going to score all of that on your board. Alright, next you're going to see if you have gold medals. Alright, these are going to score you 7 points for completed sets. So I don't have any, so I don't have to worry about that. And next you're going to score, lastly, 1 point for every 5 coins you have left over at the end. I scored a ton of points for that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 extra points just because of my money. Alright, we put all that together, and I ended up with 167 points. Now my opponent ended up with 167 points as well. Alright, so what's interesting is that I ended up spending all my coins to get to 167, so the plus 10 points. All right, so I'm at exactly 167 with 0 coins, and my opponent has 167 and 1 coin. So my opponent actually wins by a coin, and that's the tiebreaker. Right, so if there's ever a tiebreaker, you break it with the coin. With the coins, whoever has the most coins after the tiebreaker, so on and so on. And he scored a ton of points for sets. He ended up with 1 gold medal and 3 sets. That's 21 points, so that made up for a big chunk of change overall. All right, so there's the playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Later.